be a criminal same way, you know, going around stealing people things, you know, and then trying to dictate to them that, you know, we rather lend you these things, we rather loan back these things to you because, you know, at the time when these things was stolen or looted, it was legal. And not no go so. You know, if it's illegal.
Oh yeah, na, yeah. Certain fire flames, now born again. Times really change. Talk truth. We seen better days. Use not safe again. What a damn shame. Talk truth. How that them a promote. So quick them selling out. Them sold them cashing out. Yeah, well this is Schematic 9 representing for I Just Star and the Mindset. If you now move right, get your mind checked.
Mindset. Rastafari. Give thanks to life. One more day we above ground. No say nothing no greater than that, no matter what I go on, alright? So I have a reason upon a thing where I think is very interesting, where I and I as a people is concerned. You know, we say freedom, redemption, international repatriation, 4 wings of the earth, you know what I mean? And we are talking about, you know, African people, woman abroad, born and unborn. Alright, we know the history of I and I as a people, where we're coming from, where we were taken from, and we also know exactly where we're going, where we need to return. See? Now you have artifacts, yeah, and you have I and I people, human, right? Now you have artifacts that have been taken out of Africa. That is what Europeans call our spiritual and cultural things that we use to, you know, to uplift ourselves, to protect our community, you know, our traditional values that we hold onto. You know, Europeans loot over the years, and they take these things, they take our cultural, our traditional things away that have, you know, spiritual connection also, you know, to our surrounding, our villages, you know, our community as a people. Of recent, you know, African countries have been calling for the return. You know, most recent, the Benin brands, saying from Nigeria and, you know, other places, you know, artifacts from Ethiopia, you know, also Cameroon. You know, we saw, I think sometime last year, if I'm not mistaken, or probably early this year, where England said they would have loaned back to the Ghanaians, you know, some of the artifacts that was robbed, thief, you know, during, you know, certain period that, you know, the colonial enslavers, you know, came to Africa, steal our stuff. Now, some of these things have recently returned As I said, England, and not just England, I think all of the European countries that have robbed African artifacts and African goods, they were saying that they will loan these things back. Loan. Not even give back, but loan. Seeing something that you stole, something that you thief, you want to loan them back to the rightful owner. And nothing don't go like that. See? You steal something, it's either you go and keep it entirely, see, because you steal it and you're marked as a criminal and a thief, or you're going to return it and make sure you return it in a manner that the people don't have no indicative feelings about the things that is being returned. But when you want to return it under circumstances and conditions and terms, then that poses an issue. You see me I say? Because you are returning these things, it's like you don't really want to return them. You want to be a criminal same way, going around stealing people things, and then trying to dictate to them that we rather lend you these things, we rather loan back these things to you, because at the time when these things was stolen or looted, it was legal, and not Nagosa. If it's illegal today, it was always illegal. If it's illegal today, stealing, thou shalt not steal. See? Thou shalt not steal. You check the history of the Bible, which, these looters, these countries that loot African goods and African people, they were Christian countries, and they had the Bible, they had the 10 Commandments saying, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, right? And we see they steal, kill, and destroy over the years. So if you don't want to be labeled as a thief or as a criminal, see, because as I said, these things have been there for centuries, for years span top of years, where you could have made a difference in returning these things, but you haven't returned them. Well, to cut a long story short, because some of them things is being returned, as we see, then they're being repatriated, and that's the word that is being used with these artifacts. The artifacts are being repatriated back to Africa. You hear that? They're being repatriated back to Africa. Now, what about the African people that were also looted out we're also stolen out. We're also taken out illegally. What about the repatriation of those African people? I think our brothers and sisters on the continent should be agitating for that, as we have been agitating for many years outside here in the diaspora for the return and the freedom and the redemption of I and I as a people. You know, we've been agitating for that for years. So I think it's only right that if artifacts is going to be repatriated and returned back to Africa, it's only right that also I and I, as Africans, which were taken out, our forefathers, our ancestors that were brought to the Western so-called New World, they also should repatriate along with these artifacts. Because people, human, see, is just as important as these artifacts that was stolen, that was looted by Europeans, see, that need to return. Yeah, the people, I and I, the sons and daughters of our, forefathers, we need to sankofa. Who can, but who can't, will need to return via repatriation. See? And just like how we see these countries that robbed and loot our oil, gold, diamond, lithium, magnesium, name it, we should be returned also freely. Not loaned back to Africa, but we should return legally. See? So that is the point I want to make, that repatriating these artifacts also mean that you repatriate also the people. See? Yeah, you repatriate also the people and not just the artifacts. Yes, the artifacts is important, and the repatriation of the people is also important. Alright, so mindset, manners and respect, peace and love. If you like the content, leave a comment, push a thumbs up, and share with the rest of the family. Alright, see the item on the next one. Rastafari. Peace and love. Time to rise. Time to open up your third eye. Full time you start to realize that all this time they've been telling us one bag of lies. Telling us a God in the sky that for you and I die. Jenko Jesus or meek or mild. These things they taught us from we were a child. False indoctrinating the innocent minds. Mind control is the signs of the time. Android, cyborg, AI, all these things combined. All these things combined might sound like a rhyme, but the evidence reality is right before your eyes. Under no disguise, the age of Aquarius is the shifting of the time. Sun, moon, stars, the planet in the cosmos align. As the cosmos align, low vibration frequency decline. You strengthen your mind. Access to knowledge, information from the Almighty Creator Divine. Creator Divine. The time arise. I feel with time for rise. The time appointed, because I am anointed. The time arise. I feel with time for rise. The time appointed, because I'm anointed. Time to
Smash that subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just thought the mindset.